we are with the tailor tape Muay Thai at 63 kilos. Hamia Djugurtta taking on Michael O'Neill from the UK. A puncher versus a clincher. Hamia coming off a recent win by a knockout with some big heavy hands. And of course, Michael O'Neill from Muay Thai in UK, very well versed inside the clinch. Let's see what happens here. Round number one.
Nice stiff jab from Hamia right out the gates.
Starting off well, straight on the outside. Oh, some big hands there from Hamia. Goes down to the body, goes up top. Michael's got to be careful here and keep those hands nice and high. Shell up a little bit. Nice little attempted sweep there from Michael. What do you think Michael can do to shut down these punches?
Definitely, Michael needs to stay out of that boxing range. I think he should do what he likes to do, is march forward, clinch up, knee. You definitely don't want to stay on the center line against a fighter like Hamia, because the Frenchman is throwing heat so far.
That's what we've seen before on other shows in Bangkok. Hamia comes for business, especially with those hands. Michael's staying very aware of them, respecting the punch early on. Pushing him inside the pocket now. Halfway through round one. Big left hook to right hand there from Hamia.
I think Michael should start throwing a few more of those low kicks, hopefully slow down some of Hamia's heavy hands. That is a pretty good deterrent of somebody who's slinging some heavy hands at you. Is you need to chop the leg or utilize the teeth, something to deter that.
Yeah, often when you listen to the Thai commentary, they talk about puncturing the tire. So putting a knife into the tire and slowing the vehicle's movement in terms of leg kicks, and that's what Michael needs to do now. Go back to that leg kick, shut down the forward pressure of Hamia. He comes in with those barrage of punches and locks on now.
He may have realized what we were just saying. It seems he's looking for those low kicks, but needing to keep his guard up, because we wind down to the last 30 seconds of this first round. Hamia is still throwing hits, but Michael seems to have found some knees here. He scored a few knees here as we wind down to the first round.
Michael is no stranger to the battle of Muay Thai, fighting a fair bit down on the island circuit. But now he's in the heart of Bangkok here at Lumpini Stadium. So that is the end of round one. Let's go and have a look at the replays. What did you take away from that round, Mr. Dougie Malagon?
I think, as you can see here, Hamia landing heavy shots there with the overhand right, looking a bit dangerous there for Michael. Michael needing to keep his guard up, doing well in the clinch though, finding a few knees there towards the end of that first round, but most of the beginning of that first round, Hamia was just pulverizing there. You can see just missing with the elbows, but battering Michael with the boxing, which is to be expected from the tough Frenchman. So let's see what he can do to make some adjustments as we go into the second round here, Joe.
You can see Michael getting a bit of a stern talking to from his corner over there at the My Muay Thai. Really one of the first gyms of Thailand that developed a lot of outstanding foreign talent here in Thailand. And here we are for round number two. Nice lock on inside the clinch. And side control here from Michael. Just needs to find the placement for the left knee to left elbow. But Hamia doing a good job of disrupting the side control there.
Hamia not necessarily looking like he enjoys the clinch, but finding a way to stay away from the knees so that he can go right back to the boxing there. You can see as Michael pretty much walking straight forward with minimal movement there. It's a little bit dangerous. You can be a sitting target for a heavy boxer.
That's right. Michael needs to rush in a bit more and set it up with a kick or a teep to gain entry inside the clinch here. You can't keep walking in at the same speed, but that's just one of those things that comes with experience, pushing that head down right there. But again, Hamia finding a way to get out of it.
That's exactly what Michael needs to do. He needs to keep chopping that leg to slow Hamia's boxing down and then continue to tie him up and land these knees because those are scoring.
Good press up on the head there, trying to break Hamia's posture. But Hamia still holding on, but doesn't like the clinch and the elbows, that's for sure. Trying to get back on the outside and rely on the boxing. As I said, this would turn into a nice clincher versus puncher battle here. Nice punch to kick there from Hamia. Still staying on the outside on the back foot.
And Hamia's
good setup for the elbow there from Michael O'Neill. Good deliverance of the right knee as well, setting it up. And Hamia does not like this at all, not one bit. And perhaps this is what Michael needed to do, was weather the storm from the punches.
And this is looking remnant of our first bout of the morning. Michael maybe finding a home with those marching knees, tying up Hamia. Hamia pretty much not throwing any punches at all anymore. Hamia needs to get back on his boxing and disrupt that marching from Michael.
He's definitely feeling Michael O'Neill's knees starting to wince after the deliverance of left, right. Michael needs to employ the long guard here and get past the punching power of Hamia. And there it is. Big right knee, side control, pushing that head down. Big left knee from Michael O'Neill. Beautiful work. And that is the end of round two. A much better round for Michael O'Neill from the UK. I might even have to unofficially give that round to him.
I would definitely have to give that round to Michael, Joe. I feel like they're even on the scorecards here with the first and second round. I feel like this third round is going to be telling of who can take away this victory here from both of these fighters' Lumpini Stadium debut. So we may see some fireworks going into the third round here. Here you can see Hamia still trying to throw some boxing there, not quite as effective as the first round, as Michael grabbing him, clinching, putting him in side control, and kneeing, just missing the, really trying to push his head down and land that knee to the face. And there you can see Michael chopping the thigh of Hamia. I think that's probably frustrating Hamia as much as well, Joe.
I mean, when it comes to terms of fight styles, punches do tend to start off fairly early. They come straight out of the gates, and then they tend to slow down in about round 2 or 3 in these 3-round bouts. But clinch fighters, you know, in terms of traditional Muay Thai, 5-round Muay Thai, they don't really warm up till about round 3. And it perhaps could have just been the fact that Michael needed round 1 to warm up and see what Hamia had. But let's see what round 3 brings us right now.
Yeah, Michael hot on Hamia's trail, coming straight forward out of the gates, right back to the low kicks. His corner telling him forward, forward.
And locked onto his target now. But Hamia employing the body lock. A good strategy against the clincher. Just push your hips and push them against the ropes to shut down the clinch. That's not where Hamia wants to be.
Yeah, and Hamia punches not as effective as that first round, Joe. You're right. Maybe feeling a little fatigued here. The grueling energy that it takes as someone's locked onto you clinching you, kneeing you there is so draining.
That's not a good look for Hamia to put his arm across his body like that. And you can see he does not like this clinch at all. The high deliverance of the knees. Beautiful. Pushes the head down and sends a right knee straight to the head, breaking the posture. It's big on the scorecards in terms of scoring criteria. Effective damage and breaking the posture.
He seems to really want to knee Hamia in the face, Joe. I don't know if that's something allowed in the UK Muay Thai fight scene, but I can tell that he has bad intentions as they clinch up there, aiming for Hamia's face. As he pushes down here again, you'll see.
Well, I do believe that in N-class Muay Thai in the UK, you are not allowed to knee to the face. For those UK viewers, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but Michael had one N-class fight before his 3 professional fights in Thailand. So perhaps he's just hungry to lock on and drive the knees straight into his opponent's faces. And that's what he's doing right now, trying to just get the upper hand on the plum position and drag Hamia's face straight into his kneecap.
And he was not kidding, Joe, when he told us he was a knee fighter. He is driving them home, adding them up right now, scoring big with it. Hamia essentially shutting down on his back foot, wanting nothing to do with it. And there it is, Michael locking him up again and just pounding away with those knees to the body. I'm actually surprised that Hamia is standing up still. He's got some heart.
Big, beautiful drag down of the head there, nearly taking the back, scoring after score with these knees. Michael O'Neill doing a beautiful job and showing how to shut down a puncher. This is the way to do it. Just walk forward, grab on, and shut down the distance of a puncher. That is the end of our 4th bout of the morning. A great showcase of sportsmanship here in center ring, bowing to each other. Let's go and have a look at these replays. What did you take away from that fight, Mr. Douglas Malagon?
Yeah, Michael really just locking in the victory here, going with this game plan that worked for him in the 2nd round. Just look at him driving away with those knees, locked onto Hamia. He can't escape. Hamia missing with the elbows, not able to find an opening there. Oof. Brutal Muay Cow game there. Hamia definitely has some heart, but couldn't find a way away from the knees.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the completion of all 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 29-28. 29-28 และ 29-28 For the winner in the